Welcome back to the EY Center for the 2018 Canadian Taekwondo Championships. Dan Mooney alongside Ali Ghafour, the founder and CEO of 2020 Armor, a four-time Canadian champion, and he represented Canada at the World Championships 3 times. This match is going to be a good one. We're getting into the heavier weights, 162.8 pounds, 74 kilograms. It's Keven St. Jean in red and Khalid Hassan in blue.
That's right, Dan. You can hear the power from these heavier boys fighting, and that always makes for some exciting matches.
This, another repechage match. The winner stays alive. The loser has their tournament ended. Keven St. Jean, out of the Taekwondo Intégral Villeneuve in Terrebonne, Quebec, has represented Canada, judging by the big CAN on the back of his dough back. Khalid Hassan has represented Ontario. He's out of the Young Chung Taekwondo Club in Toronto. Everybody in Mississauga, actually. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Young Chung tonight.
Dan, you're hilarious. St. Jean here, the more experienced fighter compared to Hassan. So it'll be interesting to see how Hassan deals with St. Jean's experience here. He's doing pretty good. He's actually got more touches on the body than St. Jean. But usually the more experienced fighters are very sniper-like, so every single attack they do has purpose and effort and scores points.
St. Jean, coached by Alexandre Villeneuve, Jerome Cabanatan, training partner of the man sitting to my right in Toronto, coaching Khalid Hassan and Keven St. Jean. Opening up with a 2-0 lead.
That's right, he got that body shot in that clinch. Looks like there's going to be a warning issued to St. Jean for kicking too low.
And Hassan gets a point.
Yep.
Oh. A nice body shot there as the first round ends, and Keven St. Jean opening up a 4-1 lead. Significant or not?
Well, you know what, Dan, if both players were of equal length of experience in Taekwondo, it wouldn't matter too much. But St. Jean does have more experience than Hassan here, and a 3-point gap is much larger when there is that the bigger difference in experience. Now, you saw that last point, how easily St. Jean scored that body shot almost effortlessly, caught Hassan sleeping, and that's what you get with the experienced fighters. It almost seems effortless, but it's very calculated, and a lot of experience went behind that technique.
There you see Khalid Hassan and Alexandre Villeneuve talking to Keven St. Jean, who leads after the first round by a score of 4-1. Not really much domination in that opening round.
Good observation, Dan. That's right. So neither player is really pushing the other player. Now Hassan, being the younger of the two, really needs to push a lot more. He is kicking more, but he needs to be more effective. Stuff like that with a little bit more power behind the shots and more volume.
Can't develop the momentum when you're in that tight.
That's right. So that was a good attempt for the body shot. One way to develop momentum, Dan, is to, after you kick once, kick again and continue to kick until something scores. There's one. There's a good try for second. There's a third. Didn't score, but you got to keep on trying that until something happens. St. Jean has a really good defense. That's why Hassan is. Oh, great headshot, but then good counter from St. Jean to the body.
6-4, St. Jean in red leads Khalid Hassan. Good body shot by St. Jean as Hassan goes for another headshot. Already scored on one.
A much better round for Hassan here. Got a little energized from that headshot.
Good body shot in there by St. Jean.
Again, very accurate with his kicks. You notice when St. Jean does a body shot, there's a higher percentage of him scoring versus Hassan. Again, that's the experience speaking there.
And
I think there's probably going to be
Hassan being cautioned and a point given to St. Jean for a low kick.
and then another one for St. Jean for a low kick, and then Hassan for, sorry, both of them got minus points, but one was for kicking after the referee said stop.
Good shot blocked by St. Jean, and he scores another good body blow to lead 11-5.
Hassan needs to keep his defense up, so his body shots are scoring because he's not blocking. He blocked there, which is great, but he's got to be blocking a lot more.
And that'll end round 2 with Keven St. Jean scoring 7 in the second round. 4 by Hassan makes it 11-5 with 2 minutes remaining in this fight. And is this the kind of lead that Hassan might find insurmountable?
Definitely not insurmountable. He did manage to get that one headshot, which gave him 3 points. If he got another one now in this third round, it'd bring him up to 8. And, then it's anyone's game again. So Hassan is definitely not down and out. He does need to put more pressure on. He does need to, when he goes to the body, get around St. Jean's arms. He is very good at blocking, but he's definitely, I would not count him out. He comes from a very strong pedigree, the club that he trained at, which was the same club I trained at. And we breed some pretty good fighters there.
Keven St. Jean, just 20 years old. He'll be 21 in September. Third round underway. Third and final round in this repechage match.
Hassan starts strong, great.
Tried for the headshot there and just missed. Good body blow.
You saw how much more strength was in that body blow that he got the first 2 points. He needs to do that with every shot.
Hassan trying to keep a distance, and St. Jean comes back with a good kick to the body armor himself.
St. Jean very surgical. See, another body shot. That's right. So Hassan's defense in the clinch is lacking, and that's where St. Jean's capitalizing. He's got a lot of his points that way.
Hassan looking low. Hassan just with that opening body blow, and Keven St. Jean has opened up a 10-point advantage here with less than a minute to go in the fight.
Yeah, Hassan's losing a little bit of his energy now. He is the one kicking more, but his kicks are not as effective.
St. Jean inside once again, but it doesn't score. Full marks to Hassan, who comes back with a body shot of his own, but St. Jean answers.
St. Jean is going point for point, and that's all he needs to do right now. He just needs to keep that 10-point lead, and he's one step closer to being out of the repechage. Another beautiful body shot, very clean, and then another one to the head.
And all of the points that St. Jean has scored have come as a result of Hassan going on the offense and leaving himself wide open for those body blows.
Exactly, Dan. So Hassan his failure isn't attacking first. He's actually doing a great job in that. His failure in this match, and this is what his coach will tell him when they review and video together afterwards, is every time he's in that clinch, he leaves his body open. He needs to get his hands down. He needs to protect his body. And I would say a good 15 to 16 of those points came from that same mistake. And once or twice a mistake is okay, but not that many times.
Are points being taken away from St. Jean here? No, they're being added to Hassan. His total, it's now 24-10, and Alexandre Villeneuve submits the red card and we're going to a video replay.
That's right. So the video replay was Jerome from blue corner protested the 3 points that red got because he protested that red held and then did the head kick, which is illegal. Blue, Quebec's coach in red now is counter-protesting that protest, and I'm not quite sure what he's protesting.
Methinks thou dost protest too much. Harkening back on my high school Shakespeare.
You're pretty good. That was declined, that protest. So Alexander and Red's corner lost their protest card.
12 seconds left in this one, and 2 more points by Keven St. Jean as they flail away here in the final seconds of the 3rd round.
Hassan comes to life, but it won't be enough.
23-10, the final. 12 points scored by Keven St. Jean on the counter kick.
Exactly. A lot of those points were all on the inside, so games can definitely be won on an inside game, as St. Jean just masterfully displayed here for us.
So Keven St. Jean will move along in the tournament, and Khalid Hassan will go home wondering what might have been. Keven St. Jean takes off the body armor, and we'll take a break. We'll be back with more of the 2018 Canadian Taekwondo Championships from the EY Center here in the nation's capital.